Hey, bro. Hey, welcome to the channel, bro. Hey, this is my first damn video. I'm not gonna lie, kind of nervous. That's what it is, right? Nervous when you first start doing things. Hey, bro. I've been watching YouTube for a long time. I'm sure y'all been doing the same thing, but find the courage to come do my own thing and see what this YouTube about, bro. Hopefully, the dream can become a reality. We gotta start somewhere, right? So, hey, enough talking though. Hey, that's my first video I'm gonna react to. Definitely like this one. Go ahead and subscribe, bro. I'm telling you, I'm about to go crazy. Y'all in for a ride, bro. Hey, let's get this shit started though. Let's go.
Empathy at all, is there?
No comment.
No remorse.
No comment.
A daycare worker who's been described as sadistic is exposed and found guilty of abusing 21 babies. We'll go over the shocking acts of cruelty by Roxana Leka and how the judge punished her.
These are children. You are effectively abusing children, physically abusing children, and you have got nothing but no comment to say. And I've just never seen anything like it.
That's crazy.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. This case is absolutely unbelievable, and there's video to go along with it. When you
Shit,
drop
I'm
off your
feeling
kids at daycare, I'm sure you hope and trust that they're being cared for by kind and loving people who will love them and treat them like you do, especially when they're babies and they can't do anything for themselves.
Hey, that's the thing though. Like the world is so crazy, bro. Like we all grow up to like where we say like don't talk to strangers, don't when it comes to like anything with strangers, don't take candy from strangers, shit like that. Bro, and it's crazy how, bro, everything is like run by strangers. Not even run by strangers, but like if you feel like you need help, you have to ask a stranger. Well, you don't have to, but technically, if you say you don't have a vehicle, right? Shit, y'all calling Uber, right? You in a car for 30 minutes, 20 minutes with a stranger, right? Daycare, they're hiring people from who knows where. Shit, stranger around your kid. Like there's so many aspects of everything that like, bro. And it's so crazy because it does contradicts this like what we've been told when we was growing up, like, shit from strangers and we don't even know these people and that's crazy. So that shit just wild though. But shit.
Well, over in the UK, in London specifically, there was a daycare, they call them nurseries there, where a woman was abusing babies. 22-year-old Roxana
Wild, bro.
Leka. She thought no one was watching.
Man, what the fuck do you got on, bro? Like, bro, like,
But
bro,
the
what the fuck is
cameras
this,
were
bro? Like, my damn keypad tweaking. But what the fuck is this, bro? Like, come on, gang. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let nobody who look like this shit to watch my kids, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is this? Hell nah.
were. And thank goodness that there were.
And I do get, hey, sorry for pausing, bro. I do get, like, she being just like that. Of course, she's not going to just like that shit going to work, but like, I don't know. I don't trust the daycare system. I don't trust no system at all.
Cameras before a baby was critically injured or possibly even killed. The former nursery worker's crimes came to light after
Looks
a
like a
colleague
weirdo.
reported her
Certified
behavior
weirdo.
as unusual on June 28th, 2024, noticing that she appeared flustered. The nursery sent Leka home for pinching a number of babies. That incident resulted in her suspension. This horrifying breach of trust prompted an investigation by Metropolitan Police into Leka's role as an early years educator at Riverside Nursery.
I grew up on Guam. Sports shaped who
What
I
the
am,
hell?
but representing our island on the national basketball
Yeah, I
team
ain't got a
taught me the
bag yet,
importance
so I
of
can't
community.
keep no
The
preview, bro.
investigation uncovered horrible abuse of babies at two nurseries between October 2023 and June of 2024. The abuse happened while Leka worked at Little Munchkins in Hounslow. It's unclear why she stopped working there, but in January of 2024, she was
Yeah, because she
hired by
was
the
fucking
Twickenham
keeping doing
Nursery
that
in
bullshit.
Southwest London.
Bro was doing that shit
According to
previously.
police, there were no concerns at the time Leka applied for the job. But during her time at the nursery, parents started reporting unusual injuries and bruising as early as March. Detectives reviewed more than 300 hours of security footage from the nursery, and they found several instances of Roxana Lecca needlessly and senselessly abusing babies, even kicking one in the
Nah.
face.
Hey, bro. On my dead folks' life, bro. On my dead bros. On my dead grand. On my dead grand aunt, bro. And bro, if I bring my kid to a fucking well, I'm not going to, but in any case, to a daycare, bro, and my kid come home, I pick up my kid and there's bruises on all over the body, shit like that, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, you getting one of these. You getting one of these. No cap. You getting one of those, bro. Like hell nah. Like, bro, what the hell could torment you, bro, in your day to be like, okay, I'm gonna beat up on a child. Like,
Yes,
bro,
kicking a baby in the face.
that
The
shit
footage showed
weak.
Lecca pinching and scratching children under their clothes, on their arms, legs, and stomach, and the cameras even recorded their innocent reactions to the abuse, these helpless children flinching or crying.
That's
Other
weak, bro.
instances of abuse include this. You can see Roxana Lecca's vape light go off and on while she hits it. She's blowing smoke right there by the cribs, subjecting the
Bro,
infants to who knows what. Is it nicotine? Cannabis?
bro, clap it up for the dumbass, bro. Like, clap it up for this dumbass, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Who knows? Police also obtained footage of Lecca kicking a child who was on the floor, pushing children headfirst over cots, shoving another child onto a mattress in their sleep, and aggressively covering a toddler's mouth as he started to cry. It
Like I
doesn't matter
said,
what age the children would be. This is illegal and
no
abusive,
cap.
but these are babies. They can't even talk. The youngest child was 10 months old at the time. Now, you'd think that Roxana might feel a little bad about this, but when Metropolitan Police detectives go to arrest her, she seems unfazed. Take a look.
Roxana, an allegation's been made, okay, that you've been seen on a number of occasions to assault children at Riverside Nursery.
Right, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. Roxana, you are going to be under arrest today, okay? We need to take you to the police station, yeah, so that you can be interviewed about it.
Despite being
Listen to that goofy ass today. Yes, bitch, today. Like, what the fuck you mean today?
in custody, Lecca still doesn't appear to be bothered by the situation or recognize just how serious it is.
On the mattress, he seems to be crying. Sorry, am I boring you?
No, sorry, no.
No?
No, I'm listening.
I have to take a moment to tell you
Yeah.
about this app I've been using. I absolutely
Man,
love
you get
reading.
paid for that shit.
Back on up. The link is our first-time actions and whether she will admit to it.
Picture her mum took when she came home from nursery. None of these injuries were there the day before, so she got those at nursery. What about these big red marks and bruises to her back? Any idea about those?
No comment.
Did you cause those?
No comment.
When I go through and watch the footage, am I going to see you touching her back and grabbing her back?
No comment.
Anything you'd like to say?
No comment.
Roxana, how does that make you feel, seeing injury photos on a baby? Because for
She probably
me,
don't feel shit with a
I find
goofy
that really
ass just
difficult
sitting
to
there.
look at.
Come on, no
Seeing
comment.
clear marks on a little baby. How does that make you feel?
No comment.
Do you feel any sort of sadness about that?
No comment.
Would you just
Bro,
not
whatever
care?
judge she goes to, bro, I hope they whoop her ass, bro. Like, whoop. Matter of fact, I don't even wish jail on her. Keep her aside. And then beat the shit out of her.
You've
What
not
the
told us
fuck?
that you've kicked one of the kids in the face, have you? So, what if there was a serious injury to that baby that could have caused it more harm down the line? 4 weeks later, we're here again. Have you got any empathy for any children or any of the ones you've assaulted?
No comment.
You've not told us about kicking that kid in the face when we showed
I'm
the
not gonna lie
CCTV
though.
last
Hey,
time, did you?
on the real
No
nigga
comment.
shit.
No, there's no empathy at all, is there?
No comment.
No remorse.
Yeah.
No comment.
It's just
Y'all ain't
it's
gonna
just
get shit
completely
out of her.
outrageous that we have to go back to parents and say we've spoken to you, and you've sat here going no comment. You've shown no emotion, no remorse, nothing to go back to them and say, look, we've seen what she's done. She's shown remorse. She's apologetic. She said whatever. You just sat and gone no comments. So I'm going to go back to each parent and tell them we spoke to you. Just sat here emotionless, nothing at all. for these babies.
Yeah, throw
These are
100
children.
there,
You're
bro. Fuck
effectively
going
abusing
yourself.
children, physically abusing children, and you have got nothing but no comment to say. And I've just never seen anything like it.
So Roxana Lecca, she's not answering any of the questions. She won't admit to any wrongdoing, but her actions, they're irrefutable. She's on video doing all of this. She was released on bail and suspended from work as the child abuse team continued to investigate. About 2 weeks later, Metro Police arrest her again, but this time detectives have enough evidence to arrest her on 12 counts of child cruelty, 12 counts of actual bodily harm, and attempting to
shit.
cause grievous bodily harm with intent. Later, Lecca's charges were amended to 24 counts of child cruelty against 24 children.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Before the
Get
trial
her
began,
up out of here.
after being shown enhanced
Fucking
CCTV
weaker,
footage of
bro.
her crimes, she changed her plea on 7 counts to guilty. When Lecca was asked in court why she lied, she blamed it on cannabis. That's what marijuana comes from. And she told the jury that she would get moody if she could not smoke her vape at work. Yes, seriously. And she even tried to blame her boyfriend.
Alright, bro. Alright, this shit would piss me off. Bro, ain't no damn way, bro.
Saying that she had been over prioritizing him and she was addicted to him, addicted to her boyfriend and cannabis. Ultimately, Roxana was convicted of 21 of the 24 counts that she faced. Parents of multiple children spoke at her sentencing
Damn,
to
what a-
explain the impact of the abuse, some calling her a threat to society, while others expressed guilt about placing their children in her care to begin with.
And that goes back to the first thing I was talking about, bro. Of course you gonna feel guilt, of course, bro, because bro, I'm telling you, all these daycares, all these freaking Ubers, all these Uber Eats, whatever the case may be, whatever you want, DoorDash, whatever, bro. And it's like we're always taught about strangers, bro. Everybody was taught about strangers, bro. And the crazy part is we was taught like not to communicate with strangers, but even if for your girl or whoever, y'all was strangers at one point and y'all ended up together, right? But this shit's so different because you can't even pertain that to this because like, bro, you never met the girl. So it's like you bring your child to the daycare, you met one person because that's the head of the damn daycare, and then your baby's in daycare, right? And everybody else there's a strangers around the kid. Like it's so crazy. And I've been thinking about that shit. Like even though we was taught that shit like contradicts what was like we've been told.
Lecca wrote a letter to the court saying she had reflected on her actions and offered an apology to the parents, admitting that cannabis turned her into a different person. So, to discuss this really, really disturbing case, I want to turn now to Dr. Daniel Bober. He is a forensic psychiatrist and he deals with a lot of people who have very disturbed minds and do a lot of disturbing things. So, Dr. Bober, Roxana Lecca is somebody who was caught on camera abusing these children, in some instances pinching them, these little, babies, kicking them in some instances, really doing seriously harsh, cruel things to these children. And yet when she's confronted, she's very nonchalant. She's in the interrogation room and just is like, no comment, no comment. What is going on with this girl? This young woman, I should say.
That be going through some.
As a child and adolescent psychiatrist, I deal with a lot of first-time parents, and certainly being a first-time mom can be overwhelming, especially if your temperament is such that you have a low frustration tolerance. And so simple things like a child crying incessantly can cause people to have an extreme emotional reaction, and sometimes they go too far. But this is something entirely different.
Hell yeah,
The system really failed here. We have victims who are essentially pre-verbal. We have probably no visible signs of injury. We have a staff that likely wasn't checking the CCTV footage.
Exactly, bro. That's a good ass fucking input, bro. Like, how the fuck you got a whole industry, bro? Not even industry, whole business, and you don't have somebody who checks on that's the thing, who checks on a daily, not even daily, on a weekly basis, like Oh, I'm gonna run through the cameras. Oh, I'm gonna make sure, hey, you know, this and this. Like, bro, 100%. She probably wasn't even really trained. She probably was just hired and were like, all right, because she have her freaking certificate as a nurse, and she had a job before in the same field. So it's like a lot of. I'm telling you, I don't really trust systems, bro. Any system at all. That
So
shit
a lot
crazy.
of things fell through the cracks here, which created the environment for this to occur.
It makes you wonder how many times she did it before she actually got
Fact.
caught. Usually, when people get caught doing something, it's not the
Not the
first
first
time.
time. Facts.
And so, these children, I mean, there could have been very grave consequences to her actions, especially when she's kicking children.
Yeah,
And,
bro.
and,
Like,
and I don't understand, if you can't handle a job working in a nursery, then you shouldn't be there. But she is continuing to work there. So was she getting maybe potentially some kind of pleasure, sick pleasure out of this, like enjoying inflicting pain on these children? I know you haven't examined her, but it kind of makes me wonder.
I think so.
Well, yes, I was
Because
just going to say I agree with you, right? This is not someone who, by all accounts, couldn't make ends meet. She needed the job. She didn't have a choice. This is someone who I think, again, not examining her, took sadistic pleasure, got gratification from the act, and felt that she was in control. And very often, people like this are out of control in their own lives, and this
yeah,
is the only place that they feel that they
control.
can dominate. And
Yeah,
so I do think she received some gratification from it. Again, not being someone who knows about her mental health history or who's spoken to her or examined her in any way, from outward appearances, it would seem that way.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
She
it's
feel like
really
honestly, I think like she feel like shit, like you said, she the big bad wolf in here. Like, and I feel like outside, like she can't even control what's going on. So it's like she said, she was addicted to a boyfriend. Shit was going on, and then like when she go to work, she like it's a bunch of kids, a little small ass kids. So she feel like, hey, I got the upper hand. I can take this shit, ruffle this shit out, and that shit crazy. I'm telling you,
really
that shit
disturbing.
wild.
And she's just so nonchalant. I mean, I don't think she was going to say, yeah, you got me. But this is somebody who's obviously
Caught.
not willing to take some accountability for what she's done
But
because she just doesn't seem to have a care in the world when she's discussing this, when she's being confronted with these very serious allegations.
mhm.
When I see someone like this, I think about someone who has callous and unemotional traits, who lacks empathy,
Yep.
who has a low frustration tolerance, who's impulsive, but who went to great lengths to conceal their crime. Was seen on CCTV looking around, making sure that no one was watching, made sure that no one was there to stop her from doing what she was doing. So there was certainly a premeditation to it, an intentionality that was there. This wasn't something where most of the kids were crying and she got overwhelmed and she acted out.
Yeah.
This was cold, this was calculated, and it was methodical.
Where does that come from? I mean, where does that develop? I mean, maybe she was mistreated as a youngster, or maybe
Probably. Who
not.
knows? Shit.
I don't know where this is coming from.
So sort of the pop culture spin on this is always, well, they must have been abused too, that's why they do this. But often it comes down to many factors. Often it is genetic, or maybe they grew up in an invalidating environment, or maybe they were abused, maybe they had trauma. But for some
Maybe she didn't even was abused. Maybe she did grow up as a good ass kid and then freaking just develop some shit after some hard shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you never know, bro. You'll never know. And that shit is crazy. That's all I'm saying. That shit is wild.
reason she saw these kids as objects and not as human beings that she was charged to protect and to take care of. She saw them as essentially objects in her environment that she didn't seem to have any attachment to.
Wow.
Yeah.
The parents at the sentencing, they were very upset, of course. I mean, this is a total abuse of trust, total abuse of trust.
Right.
And hopefully these babies, they couldn't talk, you know, but hopefully they don't have any lasting impacts from
Shirley
this.
look like she about to cry.
You know, Anjanette, this is every parent's worst nightmare. You know, when you talk to your friends, when I talk to some of my patients who have kids, and they're like, you know, both my husband and I, we have to work, we have to put our kids in daycare. We don't want to, but we have no choice. This is the thing they're nervous about. This is the thing that keeps them up at night, is making sure that their kids are safe. So when you see something like this, it's like your worst nightmare coming true.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And as a mom, I can tell you, you worry when you leave your kids with somebody. I mean, you really do. And if you're, of course, paying to have somebody watch your children, dropping them off at, you know, what they call a nursery, a daycare, or whatever, you trust that they're going to be cared for.
I don't trust
Uh, es-
nobody. I got a son. I'll never leave my damn son with nobody. Hell to the nah. I don't trust a soul. Telling you, telling you, man ain't freaking worth my trust, bro.
Especially
Telling
if
you.
you're paying a lot of money for it. And that didn't happen. And as
Yeah,
you said, there were a lot of failures here. So,
In every
oh my
aspect.
God, I just can't even imagine. And this is not the first time we've seen a case like this. I mean, we've seen them in the United States. This is, of course, over in the UK, but we've seen stuff like this in the United States too, where there are people taking care of children and they are out of business and they're abusing the children.
and it just goes to show you that this can happen, and it can happen easily, especially when there's implicit trust
Man,
and
nigga
you
stop
drop your
showing this
kids
damn
off and you
picture,
think,
bro.
well, you know, this person must be someone I can trust because my friends recommended them.
Bro.
But if someone wants to go
Like,
undetected
what
and they
the
try
fuck
to
she got
hide it,
that from?
and you're
She
dealing with a population that's
fucking
pre-verbal and there are
Timu
no
and
signs of
dress.
injury, and you have a staff that's lax about safeguards, it can happen. So it's horrifying.
When you look at the videos of Roxana being confronted by the police with the evidence, what do you see, and what's your analysis of her? Like you said, there's a coldness there and a callousness, but what exactly are you seeing? Because she almost looks like to me that she's being inconvenienced.
Yeah, there just doesn't seem to be really any emotional reactivity there,
Yeah,
any
she
sense
just
of empathy, remorse, guilt. It's just not there at all. And again, you know,
I
we
think
need to
she
know
right
what
in the head,
happened when this
bro.
person was hired. Did they check references? Did they talk to prior employers? What
Telling
kind of a
you,
screening was done?
going back from what I said, bro, this probably wasn't any screening at all, bro. Telling you, because was in the same field before, and she came from a different, little organization. They probably like, I bet I'm gonna hire you. No background checks, no nothing. Telling you, and just putting strangers around these kids. Telling you, telling you, it's the same thing for teachers too. No, nothing against all no, not all teachers, nothing against teachers, but like it's the same thing when it comes to field of like authority or of anything around kids, bro. Like, telling you,
Now, listen, even when you're careful, things still happen. People get through
facts. That's
screenings
true.
all the time as child care workers, and they commit horrific acts. So there's only so much the system can do to try to prevent this, but this is clearly someone that was flying under the radar for a long time.
Her lawyer apparently said she was addicted to cannabis and she was vaping.
Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Bro, I am Jamaican, bro. I've grown up around weed, bro. Ain't no weed in the fucking world will have you do something that you won't, like, that you will regret the next day. I've never seen it. I've never hear about it. When a motherfucker smoke weed, it's either they're chill or they're sleepy or hungry. Bro, ain't nobody gonna say, okay, I'm addicted to weed, I'm gonna smoke weed. Now I'm about to go kick some baby in the face or, stretch a bit. Hell nah, like, tell her with that bullshit. Get fucking with that bullshit, bro. Like what? Hell nah.
Around this time, I don't know. I'm not buying it. I don't
Me
think
either.
vaping and being addicted to cannabis are mitigating factors here. I don't think they contribute to this. Your thoughts?
I don't see it. They could weave a story and say, she had so much anxiety about going to work that she had to use before her job to deal with the stress. But
She using
she
that
certainly doesn't
job.
act
Like
like
what?
someone who was stressed and overwhelmed, again, like a new first time parent. She seemed just very cold, very detached, lacking empathy or any attachment to these kids. So I think that's going to fall pretty flat.
Yeah, and it did. I mean, it's just like she's blaming cannabis for turning her into a different person.
Ain't no
I don't
damn
know.
weed
I,
in this damn
I don't know
world to
what
do
kind of
that, bro.
cannabis she was smoking, but I'm not
Facts.
sure it makes her violent and
Facts.
aggressive.
Facts.
And
I
lack
just,
empathy, right?
Yeah, what
yeah,
type of
come
weed you
on. I mean, I
smoking,
guess
bro?
like when you're a defense attorney and you've got this, you're gonna look for whatever you can work with, right? You've got
Throw
to
anything on the wall and see if it sticks.
yeah, like this lawyer is probably like, oh my god, like what am I,
Right.
you know?
I got to think of something here.
Yeah, got to think of something here. Not much to work with, and
Right.
now Roxana Lecca,
His ass
she
ain't
is
gonna get
going
him
to
out.
be in jail for a while. So she is going to be in prison for 8 years, and I don't know. Maybe that's enough. Maybe it's not.
They need
She'll
more.
be like 30 years
8.
old when she gets out, but it's
Well,
horrible.
she definitely should not be near any children.
Hell no.
I would certainly hope not. And yikes, if she ever, yikes. Yeah, I hope she is not around children.
That ass. And I ain't really want to make no like, I don't want to make no justification or make no, that's God's job, bro. But like, it need to take her womb too, bro. Like, you don't deserve no kids at all. Well, that ain't on us, but shit. What I'm hearing, bro, 21 kids bruised, kicked in the face, like, bro.
That's all. I'll leave it there. Dr. Daniel Bober, as always, thank you so much for your time and your expertise.
Thanks, Anjanette.
Now, I thought we should look at the clips of Roxana Lecca just one last time from her arrest to the interrogation room.
Roxana, an allegation's been made, okay, that you've been seen on a number of occasions to assault children at Riverside Nursery.
Right, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. Roxana, you are going to be under arrest today, okay? We need to take you to the police station, yeah?
Hey,
Bruh.
Hey, let's go, man. Look at Shorty's face today.
You are going to be under arrest today, okay? We need to take you to the police station, yeah, so that you can be interviewed about it.
On the mattress, he seems to be crying.
Today.
I'm sorry, am
Yes,
I boring
bitch,
you?
today. You
No,
going
sorry,
in
no.
today?
No,
nigga.
I'm listening.
Picture
Not
her
tomorrow,
mum took when she
today.
came home from nursery. None of these injuries were there the day before, so she got those at nursery. What about these big, big red marks and bruises to her back? Any idea about those?
No comment.
Did you cause those?
No comment.
When I go through and watch the footage, am I going to see you touching her back and grabbing her
No,
back?
come in.
No comment.
Anything you'd like to say?
No comment.
Roxana, how does that make you feel
This shit is
seeing
like-
injury photos on a baby? Because for me, I find that really difficult to look at. Seeing clear marks on a little baby. How does that make you feel?
No comment.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. On some real shit. Hey, y'all street niggas need to take notes, bro. When y'all go in this interrogation room, no comment, bro.
Do you
Straight for
feel
the
any
whole
sort of
thing, bro.
sadness about that?
No comment.
Would you
Hey,
just not
she's
care?
standing on that
No
shit.
comment.
You've not told us that you've kicked one of the kids in the face, have you? So, what if there was a serious injury to that baby that could have caused it more harm down the line?
We
4
already
weeks
know
later,
what you
here
about to
again.
say, bro. No comment, no comment, no comment. Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, appreciate y'all for coming in, bro. Shorty need a freaking lifetime in jail. I'm not going to jail, matter of fact, prison. That ass. I'm gonna lie. Let's go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hey, appreciate y'all, bro. Hey, go ahead and like up the video, comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one, bro. What I need to do better. How if y'all like it or not. Definitely gonna be pushing more contents out, bro. I appreciate y'all for stopping, bro. On to the next one.